The topic of the day is connected speech. This refers to the tendency of words to run together, or rather probably the tendency of speakers to run their words together, and it's common among languages, not just particular to English. It's sometimes thought of as being characteristic of informal English or something that poor speakers of the language do, but in fact speakers of all social classes do this, and it happens in both formal and informal situations, though there may be noticeable differences in how it happens. Also, second language speakers do this. Connected speech follows the law of economy, which the textbook Teaching Pronunciation explains like this. The organs of speech, instead of taking a new position for each sound, tend to draw sounds together with the purpose of saving time and energy. Now, being economical with your speech can sometimes cause trouble, but for the most part, it's helpful as it saves you time and energy. The law of economy leads to processes that are quite regular and predictable, and we're going to talk about some of those tendencies now. But let's start with an example. Compare the following words: interfere, insincere, invisible, impossible, improbable, imbalance. Why do we sometimes use the prefix im and sometimes the prefix in? It's actually the same prefix. It's pronounced differently and written differently in these different sets of words. Why does this kind of negating prefix change in these different cases? You might want to stop the recording and think about this, maybe make a little guess. Perhaps you came up with this predictable pattern. The bilabial sound of the p or b that follows the suffix is assimilated to the consonant at the end of the suffix. So when the lips come together to form the p or b sounds on possible, probable, or balance, that kind of changes the sound of the previous letter. Instead of a n sound, it's become an sound, a bilabial sound. The dental n, or the alveolar n, is now changed to a bilabial sound. Okay, here's an exercise. Write the correct term beside the definition. You've seen the terms on the previous page. See if you can remember them, and you've read about them in Chapter 5 of Teaching Pronunciation. Now, see if you can write them on your worksheet now.